Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot, and today we are looking at the royals, or so-called royals in this case, who were not at Sandringham and doing the Christmas walk. And those so-called royals are, shall we call them Prince Archie and Princess Lilyette. And I'm going to have a look at the situation around them again today with the cute ghost tarot. And it's interesting, my voice starting to go as I start this reading. My voice has been fine all day. But I'm going to have a look at them because there's a weird Christmas card going around. To me and to most people who look at it, it's very clearly AI generated. So I'm not going to ask about that in this reading. It's a Christmas card, not a holiday card. Remember, of course, the Parkles sent out that holiday card with a so-called Archie and Lilyette in it that a lot of people said was maybe photoshopped. And they speculated about that. And then we were told, no, that was the business card. And there was a private card that went around to friends and family. And now, lo and behold, ours has popped to this weird AI mishmash sort of a Christmas card. And as I say, if you look at it even for a second, you will see that there is a lot wrong with it in terms of patterns that have gone awry and so on. That seems clear it's AI generated. So we're going to look and see who and why. The squaddies are saying the derangers, i.e. people on our side of the road, generated this to cause trouble. The derangers, me and everyone else on this side of the road, suspect it might have been squaddies that came up with this card as proof of life for Archie and Lilyette or whatever. Maybe even Madame herself might have felt the need for a card like that to go out because, of course, at the Christmas walk at Sandringham, who was there? Really a powerful block, the young generation that's coming through of the young royals. Savannah, Isla, Mia and Lena, George and Charlotte and Louis, not Lady Louise, not James. Wolfie was there though, not Princess Eugenie's kids. She wasn't there, interestingly. But there was a big group of kids from about 14 down age-wise. They all got on. They all seemed to know each other very well. They were all having a fine old time. They were getting on very well with the adults in the group as well. Obviously very comfortable with each other and with the adults. Very tight group. A tight group that did not include Archie and Lilyette. And from my perspective, that's actually really sad for Archie and Lilyette. We're going to assume that there is an Archie and there is a Lilyette for the purposes of this reading. And just weird that these two children are so isolated from the rest of their royal relations. So we're going to have a look at this. We're going to ask about the cousin group and what they might think about Archie and Lilyette. We're going to ask about Harry and Meghan. How did they feel seeing these, the next generation of royals, such a tight group and so well received by the public? How do Harry and Meghan feel? How are Archie and Lilyette going to feel one day when they understand what they have missed out on? And will they ever, outcome of this reading, will they ever be part of that close-knit group of cousins? So that's our reading. Let's remind you, especially because we're reading on children, that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all speculation, it's all my opinion. And of course, I'm just reading energy. There's Harry and Meghan. And disclaimer in the box below, I need to shuffle those in apparently. Enough chatter, enough shuffling. Five of Cups, regret card, Five of Cups showing itself. Okay, let's see what we have on the tarot table. This I think, again, as I have said, very sad thing. I know I come from a relatively small family, but I certainly have cousins that I was very close to growing up, and our children certainly all have cousins that they are very close to growing up, and grandchildren and so on. So it's counting cards here. It's just such an important part of family life, my personal opinion. Anyway, that's enough said. 5 of Sticks, conflict card. There we have it. Underlying energy, 5 of Sticks, 5 of Wands. It's falling out with your own nearest and dearest, the 5 of Sticks. Being in competition with people you really shouldn't be in competition with. It can sometimes be quite healthy competition, training for sport or something like that. The 5 of Sticks can represent that kind of energy. And there is that energy in the group of kids that we saw. Joking, teasing each other, laughing, playing together. There is that energy in that. It's healthy. It can be very healthy energy, but it can go sour and it can become over competitive and end up being fixated on your own gain, your own advantage to everyone else's disadvantage or loss. And I think that that is where we are with the cousins in America who have no part of this healthy competition that the cousins in the UK seem to have. And I'm looking as a total outsider. I don't know their cousin dynamic. I'm going to ask in this reading. It might be quite different beneath the surface from what it looks like on the surface. So let's see. Situation we're dealing with. We're dealing with the Hanged One. That is the card of victimhood, limbo, powerlessness, and can be somebody who's left out of a situation, the Hanged One. I think extra energy of being left out with the card being in reverse for once. We're going to read it like that. That's how it's feeling to me, that we're dealing with people who, through no fault of their own, these two children, these two alleged children, are being victimized, being isolated, being cut out of circulation, of healthy circulation, represented by this 5 of Wands, with people that they should be growing up with, having the edges knocked off with in a healthy way, and getting to know not only those other children, but also the adults around them. So that's my personal opinion. Again, let us see what is going on with that weird AI, in my opinion, AI Christmas card. Who and why? So who first? Any ideas? Who? We got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Female energy, and quite savage and angry female energy with the Queen of Swords. Now, it's not necessarily Megan's energy. I have to say, she's normally Queen of Wands that shows up. She does sometimes show up as Queen of Blades in reverse. It's coming through very angry. It can be just quite rash energy and quite destructive energy, the Queen of Swords, or Blades in this tarot deck, when it's in reverse. Just angry, reckless of consequences, cold, ruthless, cutting, cruel. All that kind of energy can come through. Instead of being wise and strategic and cool and calm and collected, it can go a bit wrong, the energy, when it's in reverse. So it's possible that her energy is in there, that she might have been a driving force in this weird AI card that came out. It wasn't done by somebody who was in a good mood. Let's just put it like that. Could have been someone on social media as well. Swords, communications, those kind of platforms could have been done by someone who had an axe to grind on social media as well. So it's not that clear for me. I could go either way with that energy. Why? Why did we have to see this card? And we got the Lovers in reverse. Okay, we've got a breakup. We've got a falling out. And so it's tending more towards Megan energy now. Harry not around. I'm reading that energy of the Lovers in reverse as Harry not around. and angry woman, scorned. A woman scorned, possibly with that Queen of Swords, Queen of Blades in reverse, and lashing out. Trying to prove that they're these very happy little children. They didn't look happy at all. Sad children, sad dogs in a Christmas card. It really was quite chilling. I found myself sort of clutching my heart when I looked at it and thought, oh my, this really is not a good vibe that's coming off this card. If it was meant to be Merry Christmas, it was quite a scary Christmas, maybe. And of course, that's just my personal opinion, my response to the card and the energy in the card. So I think we have a vague, well, not more than a vague idea of who and what, well, who and why. Let's have a look at the cousins now, the ones that were at Sandringham and their bond. Tell us about their connection. Balance. That's an absolutely fabulous card. This is what I was trying to get at when I was saying about my own experience, my own feelings about cousins in a family. It's the Temperance card, balance, blending energy. There you get it. Blending energy. There's literally a blended family in there with Wolfie, but different ages, different backgrounds, different experiences being blended. That's how you learn. Your own family, your own siblings, you're obviously all generally being raised in more or less the same way, same household, same everything. Friends out there are just a little bit distant from you. Cousins are the ones that maybe have different life experiences, but they're still really your life experiences as well. And that's literally what I was trying to say in a very inarticulate way at the start of this reading, and what tarot, what the universe has given as how do they get on? They get on fabulously. They work together. The older ones look after the little ones. They all work together, they balance, they blend, harmonious energy. It's a fantastic energy. I can't tell you what a good energy it is and what it means for these kids as they grow up, as they go through life, always being in the spotlight, always being a bit weird because of their royal connections. They are a tight group. They look after each other and they will balance each other. When the going gets tough for one of them, the others will step in and help out. Very clear. So what do they think about their cousins that they've never met? Archie and Lilyette in America. What do they think about that situation? Two of Sticks. It's the partnership. They're curious about this. They're very curious. I think that the worst of the worst has been kept from them. With that Two of Sticks, it's not as curious. Well, it's not as critical in energy as it might have been if they were a little bit older. But it's a curiosity peaked. It's across the water. The Two of Sticks is very much a looking out across the ocean energy. You can see that. There's the world. They're foreign. They're different. But they're part of them. They can see that because twos are partnerships. But these are the ones that are far away. The foreign cousins. The strange and interesting foreign cousins. They're curious about them. It's a healthy curiosity. It's not, oh, we've heard terrible things and we all huddle around and gossip about them. They haven't got to that stage yet, in my opinion, of course. So let's look at Harry and Meghan. How do Harry and Meghan feel seeing this group of kids really blending together, working so well, and so happy, so well adjusted? That was the thing that really struck, and always does when you see them. Harry first. What does Harry think when he sees them? Ah, the Tower in reverse. It's just, he wishes that his world hadn't gone the way it went. Trying to reconnect with them, trying to rebuild that fallen tower, trying to make peace, trying to recover from this catastrophe that is his life now. Good luck with that. Previous reading is your reference point. The tower was there, loomed large in that reading. Yeah, he sees it. He sees what he's lost. And his children have lost. And again, we're assuming that there are children for the purposes of this reading. And he would like to remedy the situation, but it's a very difficult situation to fix when the Tower is in reverse. You've got your work cut out. You have to rebuild from scratch, and you have to rebuild differently. Megan, when she sees this, I'm sure she watched every second of the footage. What does she think? Seven of Cups. She still is absolutely deluded about her life, her role in the royal family, her children's role in the royal family. They are Prince Archie and Princess Lilyette. They are in the line of succession for now. She still thinks that all things are possible, that it's within her grasp, the perfect outcome. So heavy is a level of delusion here in this card, the Seven of Cups, for me as an energy reader. And that is what the card represents. So I think that's pretty clear. Harry sees what's happened, wants to actually reverse the damage. She still believes that her kids are going to be Prince Archie and Princess Lilyette, very valuable, very powerful, very influential, absorbed into that family, or even take over that family at some stage. Archie and Lilyette, grown up version of Archie or Lilyette, or not fully grown up, just old enough to be aware of what's going on and that they aren't part of this. Archie first, 10 of Sticks, terrible burden, very difficult for him, extremely difficult. Little suitcase there. And that's an interesting and very sad, very sad. I can't tell you how sad this energy is. That little suitcase there might get sent over there at some point, or might have to show up there at some point. Now, we've heard speculation, and I have read on these rumors that he suffers from, let's call it anxiety, social anxiety. That going to be terribly difficult for him at some stage. If he's suddenly sent over by his mother to Sandringham post-divorce, let's speculate and let's imagine a scenario that the cards are kind of telling me. Send off with a suitcase packed full of wrong clothes, awkward clothes, crumpled clothes, clothes that don't blend in, and he's now got to be there by himself with all these strangers. 10 of Sticks, an intolerable burden for him. He's going to hate every minute of it, in my opinion. And let's hope I'm very wrong. Lilyette got the Death card. For her, it's going to mean the end of something. I'm not quite sure what the end is for her. It could even be the end of, and I have to say this, and this is a wild and startling notion. I know some of you share this notion. I'm going to express it. It could even mean the death of the construct of Lilyette. Just put it like that. And I'm saying that because of how alone this Archie figure is in the 10 of Sticks. It's a card that I always pin as loneliness, because you're on your own. Nobody's helping you in the 10 of Sticks energy. So, could be the end of this construct of Lilyette. Or it could be that she is no part, for some reason, of this family. A harsh ending, a difficult ending. I don't mean a literal ending in this case, but could be that somehow DNA-wise doesn't qualify. There's something really powerfully terminal about her association with the royal family, with that Death card. And again, I don't mean literal in the word. The literal meaning of the word, but there is something that for her, she might even, let's assume that she exists, let's assume she's got the right DNA on both sides, she might decide, I want no part of this. Thank you, but no thank you. Whew. are we going to see Archie and Lilyette part of this group? Are they ever going to be part of this group? This happy, friendly family group. 9 of Cups. I got the wish fulfillment card. Someone's dream. I don't think it's their dream. Not at all. Not with these cards here, 10 of Sticks and the Death card. Could be her dream. 9 of Cups. So I do think that at some stage, and by who I mean Megan's, their mother's alleged mother, because of all the weirdness around their births, both of them, and their documentation, and the mystery around them, and the fact that we haven't really seen their faces for a very long time, I'm going to say alleged mother, just to clarify that for any naysayers out there who might be watching. 9 of Cups, to me, that's Megan's energy. This is her dream come true, to insert those children into this situation and force them in there where they don't really belong. But she's going to insist that they are there and that they belong, or at least Archie. This one I'm not so sure about, Lilyette, but at least that it's not going to be their dream come true. It's not going to be their wish fulfillment card here, but I think it's going to be Megan's. And of course, we're going to have to see how her ongoing association with the family she married into is going to go, and what kind of ghost of Christmas past she is going to be. Bit sinister, I would say, but that's of course my opinion. Thanks for watching. Might see you again tomorrow. If I don't, I'll see you again on Monday.